YouTube. You know the motto. If you can, go over there, hit me with a like, which is the thumbs up, and that'll let me know I'm sending my stuff. This right here, the homegirl, she hit me and was like, since it's Black History Month, do you got any like homeboys or somebody you can mention that you particularly knew inside the hood or community that was from the turf, that was active, that was down, but kind of pushed the black thing tough in the turf at one point in time in my youth. And I could say the OG homeboy PIP Mike Ski. He was like the homeboy that I knew young in the early 90s that was getting out the penitentiary and wearing the black medallion, African leather black medallions that they used to wear with the red, green, and black symbols. He had those on, and he was like from New York or had that New York swag, and he used to be kicking them hardcore raps about just imprisonment and just, you know what I'm saying, elevating your game, homie. This was OG Mike Ski, you know, and he was the type of homie, get out the penitentiary, it'd be like the Sharifs off of Menace to Society. These be the homies inside the turf that be active and did they thing, been to the penitentiaries, then been out here, but they wind up seeing something different out here, homie. You know, are moving different out here. You know what I'm saying? And Mike Ski, he was one of them type homeboys. He get out the penitentiary and we be young, like, man, we finna go do this. We finna go terrorize. We finna do this. He be like, nah, hold up, homie. Had them dudes came over here and did something to us. And we be like, nah, homie, we just gonna, well, nah, homie, don't do nothing right now. Now, if them dudes come over here and get at us, then we gonna go back. But right now, we gonna just stay getting money and stay in the turf, homie. He was more, you know, fit. Like, if we gotta get physical, he with that, homie. But he'd get down in his youth with the get down. But this is the Black History Month homeboy in my turf. I would have to say a Mike Ski. And then I knew some other dudes, like a flashback from 20s. You know what I'm saying? He had the homie that had the little hair that was shaved with the thing. He was kind of like, you know, these dudes was with the business, but they was like physical, hands-on as they kind of like started maturing up with this thing. You know what I'm saying? Dudes weren't quick to go do this. They'll tell us more if dudes ain't came over here and hit us, don't go hit nothing. That was when these dude presence was around. And it's a few more homies from different little areas that was like that, homie. You know what I'm saying? And I remember a story with the OG homeboy, Mike Ski. I remember this like early 90s. We had Boys Market still in our hood before it switched over to Rafts, homie. So me and him bell up there. You know what I'm saying? We bell up there. And at this time, dudes are still jumping out on dudes and chunking them, you know, before, you know, we'll blast, you'll still get chunk them sometimes still. So I'm belling with the big homeboy and La Brea back then. It was kind of like the show. You might catch some activity, homie, in which we did that day. So we pushing up there, we on La Brea, and some dudes come through in the Regal, homie. They bang on us, give it up and everything. The big homeboy chunk it up and everything. So the big homeboy throw his hands up like what y'all want to do? So one fool, he got some French sprays to the back. He throw his hands up like this. He jump out the car. And Mike Ski, anybody that know my OG homeboy Mike Ski, he had size on him back then, homie. He had size, homie. And the fool that jumped out the Regal, he had French sprays to the back. He had size. So he walking up, and you know, we had protection, homie. Like I said, I was young. The homie was doing prison time, so of course I had to, you know, play position and carry the protection, homie. And I remember the dude jumped out the car, and ran up on a big homie, and you had two swole pet bulls chunking them out there, homie. I'm talking about they wasn't even moving, homie. They straight sending them on each other. I'm like, damn, these niggas. And I'm standing there just amazed, homie. The rip fool, he ducking and slanging them and everything. The OG homeboy slanging them and everything. And them dudes just push up off each other, cause these dudes did stop in traffic, homie. So you got cars hitting the horn and everything. So the big homie, he bag up, kind of out of breath. The rip fool bag up and he kind of like jog off and hop in the car. The niggas push. I look at the G homie, I'm like, damn, nigga, them niggas like, and back then, OG homeboys, we used to laugh at them because they would wear their shoes tied up tight. You know what I'm saying? We wondered why, but them dudes was leaving them prisons and was fighting a lot, homie. So that's why their shoes used to be tied up tight, and we was laughing later. Come to find out, we had to start kind of doing that. But that's just a Black History Month story of a black homeboy from the turf that was, you know what I'm saying, more physical and more keeping us more inside our turf without going somewhere else trying to do something, homie. 89 on up, kicking G stuff, not Ye stuff, and just sending it, homie. You know what I'm saying? Just sending it, dog.